Hi everyone! This video is all about my engagement ring. So in this video I'm going to talk about whether or not I knew about getting engaged, where Lyle got the ring, details on the ring, cut, clarity, color, carat, what I wanted in a ring, what I didn't want in a ring, and also what I'm thinking about for my wedding band. Now I have to be honest with you guys, I didn't want to make this video. Just because it seems kind of like a weird thing to do. Like, oh, let's talk about my engagement ring, you know, because part of me just feels like it's tacky. Something about it just seems a little bit strange. After I got engaged, I did ask, do you guys want to know more about it? And I did get numerous DMs asking if I could make a video about it. So that's what I'm doing. And I have to say I do understand that, because I know when somebody that I follow first gets engaged, one of the first things I do is, you know, you zoom in on the ring and you look at it and you admire it. So I do understand, and we all love sparkly things. Also, the details about the ring are very personal to me, and a lot of this information is very personal to me, but you know, you guys know that I'm very open on this channel and I like to share a lot about my life, so I figured let's just do it. Getting engaged and having an engagement ring was something that I thought about my entire life. It's something that I've always dreamed about, as many little girls do. As a quick disclaimer, in this video I am going to be talking about some things that I didn't want in a ring, and you know, because I feel so strongly in, you know, what I got and what I love, I feel like it can't really be broken in terms of any haters or anything like that, because not that there have been any, you know, but I feel like I can't really be broken on it, because I just know truly down to my core that it's what I wanted. And I hope that that's the case for you too, if you're watching and you have a ring that maybe has one of the details that I say that I didn't want it. I hope that you feel the same way that I do, and that you can't be broken by any opinions on it, because you just know that that's what you love and that's what you want, and that we, you know, all just understand that we all want something different. And I think that's really beautiful, honestly. I don't want us all to have the same thing, but I think that when we all find the details that are so special to us and they have certain reasons behind them, that's just the most beautiful, special, unique thing. So just wanted to put in a quick little note on that before we get started. Start off with the biggest question that I get the most. Did I know? Did I have a say in the ring? Was it a complete surprise? Did Lyle just go about it himself, or did he ask me? So the answer to that is that he did ask me. He went back and forth on whether or not that it should be a surprise or whether I should have a say in it. And obviously prior to this we have talked about, you know, do we want to be together forever? Do we want to get engaged? Do we see that for ourselves, everything in the future? Which I think is an important conversation to have. It shouldn't be, in my opinion, a complete surprise that you're getting engaged, because maybe you would have said no. Like, you know, in that case Lyle and I had talked about this, you know, getting engaged. So when it came to the whole ring situation, he did end up deciding to ask me, and I'm so glad that he did, because I think him and I agreed that this is a piece that you're going to wear forever. It's a piece that many of us girls think about our entire lives, and we definitely have opinions on what we like and what we don't like. Personally, I have had a Pinterest board forever, and I've definitely knew what I liked and didn't like and exactly what I wanted. And obviously you don't want to ruin the surprise for yourself, but what we kind of decided on was like, okay, I'll tell you what I want in a ring. We'll have, you know, I'll have a say in the ring, but I don't want to know any details about the engagement. When we're getting engaged, I have no say in that. That is completely up to you. That's just the way that we did it, but I've seen so many other ways that people have done it. Some girls have shown a guy, oh, I like these 3 different rings, you know, pick one of these ones and surprise me, so that they don't truly have picked it, so that the guy has, you know, more of a say in it. This is just the way that I ended up doing it. Was, yeah, I did have a lot of say in like what I wanted. So where the ring is from. So what we ended up doing was we got the diamond, We first searched for a diamond, and then we got it made custom by a jeweler, which ended up being the best decision. I think at first I was definitely one of those girls that was like, what about like Harry Winston or, you know, Tiffany or Cartier? And trust me, once you start going down that road, you start to realize that they are the same diamonds at those designer jewelers as you can get at, you know, other places as well. It's just that they add on a cost because it's from there, and you can get a much better diamond if you don't go with the designer brand, which was a hard thing for me to let go of at first because I had always thought, well, I was very naive about the whole industry, but I had always thought, you know, of course nobody's gonna know where it's from by looking at it, but I know, and it means something to me, and these brands are so historical and blah blah blah. But you know, after a lot more research and understanding, I really kind of got to say, okay, well, you know what, I could have a really tiny ring from a designer, or I could have a, you know, much bigger, more clear, better cut ring. Details on the ring. So this is a real diamond grown from the earth, just the natural diamond way that diamonds are grown millions of years ago. It is GIA certified, which is something that you want to look for. It's like this big database of diamonds where they're certified and like where they come from, what their cut clarity, it tells you everything in this report. So the diamond itself is an elongated cushion, which was actually very hard to find, and I loved that because I wanted something that wasn't so common. We did look at some places together, like in store, and none of them had cushion cuts or elongated cushions. And it was something that I had pinned on my Pinterest board a long time ago, and I never deterred from wanting that. So I knew, like, okay, if I've wanted this for 12 years, then, and I've never deterred from wanting it, then I'm probably going to continue liking it for the rest of my life. Carat wise, it is 3.8 carats, which is way bigger than I ever thought that I would ever have. I just like can't believe it. Every time I look down at it, I'm like, oh my gosh. But I will tell you, I stare at it all the time. I still haven't gotten past that phase. For the ladies that are already engaged or married or whatever, how long does that last? Like, when do you stop looking at it? They'll be like at work, like do 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 do. I just found the GIA report in the cabinet. So yes, it is Lyle corrected me once, it's 3.82 carats. The color grade is G, and the clarity is VVS1, which on the clarity scale, VVS1 is one step down from internally flawless. Color scale G is like kind of, it's the first one. It's at the top of the second section of letters. So the top color is D, E, F, and then G is the next, and it goes all the way down to Z. So the color is pretty good. And then there's so many other details about diamonds that they include here. The polish is excellent. The symmetry is excellent. Something that was interesting about it too is the fluorescence. So this has a strong blue fluorescence. You can't see it right now, but if you were to shine a special light on it, it glows like a very strong blue, which is a natural thing that happens in diamonds. And apparently there's like a whole museum like exhibition about it, about the fluorescence of different natural diamonds in the world. The band is platinum. I had gone back and forth. Originally I wanted a gold band, and I'm so glad that I didn't do that, because platinum is actually the best, like highest quality metal that you could put it on. And I thought to myself, like, this isn't just some ring, this is your engagement ring that you're gonna wear hopefully for your entire life. So better to go with the best one, in my opinion. And it's, you know, it's not going to bend as as easily as other metals. It's not going to scratch as easily as other metals. And the setting that I put it on was, I wanted a basket setting as opposed to a cathedral setting, because I just love the way that it looks when it sits like that. So you can see here that it kind of just comes up from the center rather than having little pieces that come out on the sides to hold it up. And then something that our jeweler, when we were getting the setting made, recommended that I hadn't, you know, even originally thought of. I wanted, just from the research that I had done, I wanted a ring going, like a hoop almost, going around the prongs that come up. And she said, you know, because you're doing platinum, you actually don't even need that because it's so strong. And your diamond is so, you know, clear and beautiful. You don't want to hide it. So might as well just show it, you know, out there, which I'm so glad that we went with. And the prongs themselves are pointy prongs. It's a little hard to show like the close-up on here, but there's you'll see that there's like a tab prong and like other types of prongs, but this is like a pointy one, which is also what I wanted. And then a really tiny detail that I think no one would even notice but me, unless you're looking really closely, is that I actually had the band taper in on both sides so that it kind of, it's like bigger, the actual band itself is bigger, and then it gets really kind of small as it gets into the actual diamond, because I don't know, I just liked the look of that. I felt like it was a little less boring than just straight all the way around. And the other thing that I said too on the band was that I wanted it to be a rounded band rather than a like flat band, because I just liked the look of that. Alright, what I want for the wedding band, so I'm thinking just, you know, a typical band with diamonds going all the way around. I don't know if I want them to go all the way around like on the back side or if I just want them in the front. I won't really know that until I start trying things on. I also don't know what size that I want. I have to see what looks good, you know, with the ring that I have. Okay, so hopefully that should answer all the questions. I really can't think of anything else, but if you do have any other questions or anything about it, or any tips that you guys have, leave them down in the comments. As always, don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Oh my gosh, you guys, we're doing some more venue tours this weekend. There's so much coming up, so that you don't want to miss, so definitely subscribe and check out the Fashion Squirrel as well over on Instagram, and the Fashion Squirrel without the L on TikTok, and hopefully I will see you guys next time.